Hey, this is Rick Caselge, injury specialist from exercisesforinjuries.com. In today's video, what I want to go through is the most effective knee strengthening exercises that you can do at home. And Jenna's going to go through all of them, but she'll show you the first one, and then I'll kind of highlight the details of the exercise. Okay, so the first one is side lunge. So what you're doing is standing nice and upright. You're going to step to the side. You're going to stack the hip over the knee over the foot. So you're going to bend the knee in the hip. The other leg, the foot's flat on the ground. The leg is straight. And then you're going to straighten out, come back to the middle. Other side, stack that leg, bend the knee in the hip. Straighten out. Come back in the middle and then go to the other side. Now looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity for this one, sets are 1, repetitions would be 5 on each side, so a total of 10. Time, smooth controlled movement with a good stop at the end position. And when you're getting out of that bottom position, you're really working your glutes to get you out of that bottom position. Looking at the intensity for this one could be light to moderate. The intensity increases how deep you go into that side lunge position. The purpose of this one to do is when it relates to knee pain, we really want strong hips. That helps when it comes to overcoming knee pain and preventing knee pain. And also with this one, we're working on strengthening the knee in the side-to-side direction. And with this exercise, you tend to be shifted back. And with that shifting back, there's a focus more on the muscles around the knee than stressing the knee joint. Okay, moving on to the second exercise. Perfect. So it's the front lunge exercise. Now breaking it down, you're starting in a standing position. You're going to take a big step forward, almost in a position where your front leg is at 90, looking at the ankle, knee, and the hip. And then looking at the back leg, the ankle, knee, and the hip are roughly at 90 or a little bit more. And then you're going to step back to the start, switching sides, stepping forward, that 90-90, straightening, pushing back, and then going to the other side, stepping, knee to the floor, straightening out, pushing back, going back to the start. Now, looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity for this one, sets are 1, repetitions would be 5 on each side, so a total of 10. Time, the first half of the exercise is quick, then you're going to get in deep into that position, bring that knee to the floor, quick hold, and then you're going to kind of straighten out and pop out of that 90-90 position. The intensity for this exercise will be light to moderate, depending on how deep you go into that lunge movement. And the purpose for this one, when it relates to strengthening the knee, is we're really working on strengthening the knee in that forward direction. And that's what the front lunge covers. And also with this lunge exercise, it helps target the glutes as well. So if you have strong glutes and hips, it helps when it relates to knee strengthening and overcoming knee pain and preventing knee pain. Okay, moving on to the third one. This is step ups. Okay, so that's it. So what you're doing, you're in front of a step. So what we've used is this kind of like, it's a little bit of a wobble board, but you can use a solid step. You can use like a plyo box that you can see in the background as well to do the step ups with. And what you're doing is you're standing in front of the stable object. You're gonna take a step forward and then step up. Other leg's gonna come to the side. Then you're gonna go back to the start, bring the leg back. Other legs returning, then you're going to switch sides, step up, come up, bring the other foot there, back, and back together again. So looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity for this one, sets are 1, repetitions will be 5 on each side, time, smooth controlled movement with a good stop at that end position, and the intensity for this one is light to moderate. The lower the step, the lighter the intensity will be, and if you go with a bigger step like the plyo box, it'll be more moderate, it'll be a lot more challenging, and your knee will be put through a greater range of motion, so you're working more of the muscles around the knee. Also, your hip will be put through a greater range of motion, so it'll have to work harder to do the exercise. Now that's 3 down, moving on to the fourth one. There we go. So the fourth one is wall sits. So what you're doing is you're moving up against the wall. So you're going from standing, you're going to move up against the wall, you're going to slide yourself down, good. And you're looking at moving down into a position where your ankle, knees, and hips are roughly at 90 degrees. Your legs are about hip width apart. And then you have your hips, your mid-back, and your head up against the wall, and you're going to hold that position for a period of time. So looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity with this one, the sets would be 1. Now the repetitions, what I would recommend to do is do like 5 repetitions with a hold of for about 5 to 10 seconds. And looking at the intensity with this one, the intensity for this one will be light to moderate depending on the strength in your hips and in your knees. Now the purpose of this one is to really work on isometric strength in the hips and in the knees. Now moving on to the fifth one. Perfect. So this one is leg raises from ground. So how it's set up is you're sitting on the floor, legs are straight, you're propping yourself up with your hands. Then what you're going to do is you're going to lift one leg up and hold there for a second and then back down. And then you can switch sides and back down. And you can see with Jenna, she's like kind of pre-contracting her quads and then she's bringing the leg up, hold for a second, and then back down. Perfect. Now looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity. For this one, sets will be 1. Repetitions that start off with 3 on each side. You can progress up to 5. Time, smooth controlled movement with a good stop at the top position. So we talked about a second. And the intensity will be light to moderate depending upon your strength in your knees and your hips. And the purpose of this one is really to, once again, to target strengthening strengthening your knees. So there you go. There's 5 exercises that are really effective that'll help when it comes to strengthening your knees. Now, if you suffer from knee pain and are looking at some of my best tips and tricks when it relates to overcoming knee pain, what I recommend you do is click right here. I have a brand new free report called 5 Tips and Tricks That Fight Knee Pain and Tightness. Just click right here. Let me know where to send you that report, and I'll send you that report right away. Now, if you're watching this on a mobile device, tablet, or a smartphone, head down below in the description, click the first link, which will be exercisesforinjuries.com/knees. Let me know where to send you that report, and I'll send you that report right away. Now, if you got benefit from this video, make sure to like this video. If you have a question or comment for me, leave it down below in the comments section. And lastly, hit subscribe to get future pain relieving videos.